Hello, welcome to our 5th vlog. We are IndieByte, 2 members of IndieByte, Dalton and Ashley. This week is our first week sort of really focusing on starting to polish what we've got. Basically, we come to the realisation that we're thinking, oh, we need to put this feature in, but the reality is for EGX we've actually got enough gameplay.
Looking more at the longevity of the game and like what is someone going to want to play in like several weeks worth of playing instead of what they're going to play in the first 15 minutes, which is what we're going to show at EGX, which is a priority.
Realistically, we're not, by EGX, we don't have the time to make a full game that you can play for months on end. We're taking a step back, we're focusing on sort of the core loop of our game and getting it to a standard where it's nice and polished.
Start of the week, obviously, it was artwork submitted for EGX.
Yep.
One of the big things that was done, and then as well on Wednesday, midway review was done.
Yep.
So that was probably, I think a lot of, especially Darren, a lot of his time this week went into getting that stuff done. For me this week, it was mainly looking at the exploration tiles that we were talking about last week, which is working for the most part.
Yeah, I really like it.
It needs a bit more like game feel, stuff like that, but for the basics of picking a tile and it doing what you would need it to do. We spoke about the one we want to bring in contracted work artists. He sent over some like concept stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, kind of. We told him like our art style, and we was basically saying, have a go. If you can do our art style, then we'll give you an asset list.
Going back to the exploration stuff, I think we had a quick chat about it now. I think part of it is we're not sure how it feels to be in the game, and we kind of have been discussing is it just kind of attached on for the sake of it, not actually adding to the player's experience?
Yeah.
Does it feel kind of a bit pointless? And although from a design point of view makes sense, not necessarily
to a player.
Yeah, to a player and actually be fun.
We had this idea for after you've done this set amount of things, you then have to do this thing. That's the short version of it. And it made sense in how the player would progress, like technically, but it doesn't make logical sense to a new player.
Yeah.
I feel like they would get confused and then not want to play the game. So we thought, how can we simplify that? And that's what we've been discussing today, because we was like, what is the purpose of this tile-based sort of choice mechanic? And we decided that obviously it was giving the player a sense of choice, and also it gives them a way to grind resources to get upgrades so they can then defeat the boss and progress.
Yeah, so hopefully the new system we have kind of sticks to the core kind of design that we want and the kind of
we want it to retain its purpose, but be more straightforward so the player isn't confused and it makes sense to the player.
We need to be simplified but still keep doing, like, it needs to be intuitive. The player should just be able to pick it up and go, click this, do this, not what am I doing? The game's meant to be played casually, we don't want them to put loads of thought into it.
You should be able to play it and not really pay attention to it. You can just sort of relax and play it, and sort of you might get distracted with something else, but it doesn't really matter. You're getting rewarded for playing it, and it makes the player feel good, and they want to come back to it. A lot of what we've been doing this week is sort of game feel, making the game feel more alive, more responsive. This has mainly been animations and particle effects. Also, the boss fight, when you swipe to aim the shot of your cannon, it just wasn't very good, was it? The way you swiped didn't really feel like how the cannon would shoot didn't really feel like that's how you swiped it. I've been tweaking that this week, and I think it's a lot better. Obviously, we need to get some play testing done on that. I think once the tile-based system, once we've implemented what we spoke about this week today, if we get that all in this week, then we'll have the loop
Yeah.
You'll be able to go through the loop.
Yeah.
And then we can start handing it out, getting some play testing, getting some feedback.
I feel like we've kind of put ourselves behind a bit in terms of play testing, as I think we would have liked to have got it a bit earlier. But we've, especially this last week, kind of looked at a lot of it and kind of scrapped bits.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of slightly put us.
Last week was really play testing.
Yeah.
The feedback we got, we did.
Yeah.
We gave it to our lecturers and some other people like from Miracle T and stuff, and so that was play testing really. And we're just seeing like what they picked up, what they didn't understand. And that's kind of how we've got this new approach of, does this add to what we want the player to experience? No, it doesn't. It's tedious. It wastes time. Take it out.
Trying to make sure everything is simplified, not overcomplicating it, not adding controls or making a player make a choice for no reason. Instead of making them just explore around a massive ceiling of islands, why not just have the islands there at a click of a button? Exactly the same purpose. None of it is lost in terms of design. It just makes it quicker. But yeah, I think talking to Brad from Miracle T, he definitely nailed in that every button should feel like you've done something.
I added camera shake, so when you fire the cannon, it just felt really kind of not powerful before. And now I've added like a camera shake, you feel like that cannon's really got like some kick to it, and it's like shaking the whole boat, and it just feels like the cannon is like more powerful. Where the camera shakes when you shoot the cannon, I like it, but I'm thinking of changing it, because when you get hit, I think there should be camera shake. So when the enemy ship actually hits you, it's not overly clear that you've been hit, and obviously it should be. The player should be like, oh no, I've been hit, like quick, I got to hit him back. And at the moment it's just like, you just realise your health, you're missing most of it, and you didn't know you got hit. Another thing that I'm going to be doing today is adding, so when the enemy's health bar decreases, there'll be, it's currently like a red health bar. The amount of damage you do will be shown in white, and then like the red will turn to white, and then it will sort of go down, so you can see how much damage you've actually done. It makes it clearer. Some more changes I've made this week is on the runner scene. I have changed the controls again. This is also due to some feedback that we got. Basically, the controls we had were perceived as too complicated, especially for our audience. So we've changed it to a swipe. So swiping left and right, and then the boat continuously stays on the left or on the right or in the middle. You don't have to constantly kind of use like sort of more skill to kind of keep your boat at certain points of the screen. Also added in the boost. So now you can swipe left and right to avoid things. You can also swipe up on the phone to get a boost. This is so we can have things that kind of come across the screen as well, instead of just at you, so it adds just another element to think about while you're playing the game. Sometimes you might need that boost to dodge, so we can start getting them obstacles in and seeing how that plays out, seeing if it adds to the game or if it just makes it too hard or too complicated.
Something else we've done this week, we tried to post it more on social media. Now we've actually got more of a game there, and I think it looks a bit nicer than it did originally.
Been showing off some of our island art assets. Yeah, we've also shown like a GIF of like a boat battle as well. So two boats firing. Obviously. Darren's going to put that in. So yeah, that's us for our 5th week, our 5th indie vlog of IndieByte for Transfuzer.
See you next week.
See ya. You can probably cut a lot of that out, Darren.
You want to go to the explosion scene? Camera pans around. You want to go to the upgrades?
Sorry, but it like crashed. Oh, something I did. I made this boat absolutely massive and put it there.
Yeah, I could talk about that saying then, but it'd be very off topic, and Darren like, why are you still recording this? Like he probably is right now, like, why the f*** am I sitting there watching you two talk about life?
He loves it.